Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. And we're live. Hello everybody and welcome, as I adjust my camera, to Gran Terra Rebirth. I'm John, your game master for the evening, and joining me today is William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Baldrin Ironhands, Dwarven Cleric of the Forge.
And Jeremy, who is currently losing all faith in humanity.
Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry, my name is Jeremy. Not Jesus fucking Christ. And I am playing Selena, the Fire Genasi wild mage sorcerer who clothes do not grip strategically.
No, Jesus
Christ.
Jesus is my cousin. He works in Havana.
First name Jesus, middle name fucking, last name Christ.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Hope Azma, Rogue Barbarian.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron, and I'm the anime fan of the group, and I play Agdrathal, the Elven Ranger.
And Cody.
Hi, I'm Cody. I play as Corbin, the human battlemaster.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack, and I play Staphylos, the Minotaur Drunken Master Monk.
And right on time, we have Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm play Yarrow, Asmar Monk.
Yep. We don't have your camera yet.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Just making sure you know. Last time on Gran Terra Rebirth, the group managed to evade the clutches of the Leviathan, crash face first into the side of Valkyr's temple, climbed down where they met 3 celestial emissaries of Valkyr, who were set before them as a challenge. They fought and defeated the emissaries, who then congratulated them on their victory. And the doors to Valkyr's temple, which they had fought so hard to get down to for whatever legendary treasures may be inside, the hint of which had only been, "It depends on you," await. So, you've just finished fighting, you are all injured.
Ow! Yep.
Some of you having been tossed several feet by a monk gently pushing you. The 3 of them are just sort of have resumed positions, sort of leaning up against the walls of the temple on either side of the stairs that lead up to these massive stone doors that have opened up.
Is the unicorn still there?
The unicorn looks at the group of you disdainfully and then disappears.
Later, Milo.
A friend of yours, Selena.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has
Inside
that
check.
happened before?
Actually, I think it has happened once before in game.
Yeah.
20.
Was it a unicorn?
I think so. It was in the bar.
Yeah, it happened once.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It did.
In,
It did.
In the middle of a
It
bar
happened
or
while
something.
you were casting hold.
Please
while you're
say
casting...
it's always the same unicorn.
Well, I mean, You'd have to have some sort of knowledge of unicorns to be able to tell that.
As far as Selena is concerned,
Actually,
it
I
is...
was there for both of these. Is it the same unicorn?
Make me a nature roll.
Advantage for favorite
These are
enemy?
the important questions.
I mean, yes, they are celestials, so.
Thank you.
These are the important questions, ladies
yes.
and gentlemen.
Is it the same unicorn?
With a 16, it is indeed the same unicorn.
Its name is Milo.
There we go.
Okay.
So yes, the unicorn has vanished.
He's like, he pops in every now and then. I think that's probably the 4th or 5th time.
Shall we see what is inside? Yes.
Ciao.
Right.
Lead the way, Captain.
Well, and Boldrin just kind of like limps mostly, and casts. Does he still, what spell slots does Boldrin have left?
That's a good question.
Yeah, he's got enough. He's gonna cast one more Mass Cure Wounds as everyone is walking towards the door, just to get everybody out of the near-death experience. 20 healing to everybody.
Woo.
You all feel slightly more invigorated.
Stavros feels great.
Apparently, I have
If
all
we're
my
all
hit
headed
points,
in the same...
or I'm dead. I don't know which one.
You're fine. You didn't take any damage.
Okay, then I'm. All right, got it.
We're all headed in the same direction. No, wait. Just in case I'm not gonna burn my spells yet.
I don't know what's in there.
Okay.
Stavros is trying to be sneaky.
Go ahead and roll stealth checks.
29.
Boldrin is not. Boldrin is just walking into the doors.
All right.
I will sneak just because I think it'll be funny for me to try.
No,
Oh,
I'm
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
God.
Yes.
Are the guardians standing near the door?
They're standing at
just
the foot of
should-
the steps that lead up to
So
the door.
natural 1,
So-
natural
okay.
2,
I
and
just
So-
shouldn't
decent
have
rolls.
tried.
While we're walking by, I'll just like rubbing my shoulder. Go. Do you have any idea what might be in there?
It depends on you.
Oh,
Fucking love
okay.
cryptic gods. And then start walking up. And I won't sneak in.
Beware of harpoons.
So several of you begin sneaking. Yarrow, as you do, your foot catches on one of the stone steps. That you do that thing where you're walking up steps and you misjudge the actual height of the next step, and your
all the
foot
time.
hits the step, and you just into the door at the top, making a nice solid stone thud as you hit it.
Guys, good news. The door, solid craftsmanship.
Stavros offers Yarrow
Nice.
a hand to
A
get
plus-
back up.
Nice
A
job.
plus work, guys. A plus work. Craftsmanship is over the top.
I'm sure he's gonna be real happy that we slammed in the side of the temple.
So
It'll be great.
picking,
I'm
Boldrin's
waiting
just
for a
like
spot.
push
helping
open.
helping Yarrow up. You all continue in. You find yourselves walking through darkened hallways, or a large darkened corridor that leads sort of down this blank walls. There are 2 hallways that sort of offshoot to either side that you take a moment and look down, which lead a very short way into large empty rooms. There's absolutely nothing in this building. Continuing down the hallway to the opposite end of where it... I'm going to reduce that a little bit because Jeremy's typing is drowning me out. I have control over it on my end, so I can just reduce
Yes.
the sound.
Oh, no, that is totally fair. This is my...
Yeah,
wait
no,
a minute.
it's nothing you can do about it.
There's a fast typing maniac in here, guys. Run!
Moving down
It's
to the far
obviously
end,
The court stenographer looks up as we come in the door.
just a little old lady with glasses. There's a robot writing in a book for some reason. Anyways, you head down to the far end of the main hallway that you come down, and in there is a large statue of what you assume is Valkyr, just sort of standing with a harpoon, like in sort of a stereotypical divinity pose. And behind him there is a wall with some murals on it, but not much.
Staphylos will pause, make a little gesture of veneration, and then proceed in further.
Mm-hmm. And as you circle past the statue of Valkyr, the wall on the back, you see a slit begin to form down the middle of it. And you hear the sound of stone opening as a bright light begins to emit from behind the wall as it opens up into a doorway. As the door opens wider and wider, the light gets brighter and brighter until all of you have to shield your eyes just because of the sheer amount of light coming in. And then after a few moments, it stops. And as you blink and clear your eyes and move your hands away, you find that you are standing on the deck of a ship.
Oh no.
Yep.
All of you are sort of standing in the middle of a ship next to the mast. There's no stone walls or anything anywhere. And sort of sitting on the edge of the ship in front of you is a human, a sort of a fairly well-built, lean, tan-skinned human individual with long black hair, who has a bucket next to him filled with fish and a harpoon, who's just fishing. Yes, Aaron.
Being a ranger of the plains, do I get the sense we may have somewhat traveled plains a teensy little bit?
No, you didn't get any sense of a portal door.
21 on a religion check. I assume I know who this is.
You can tell this is Valkyr, yes. He looks
Right.
very much like the
I
statue that you just saw.
I feel like I don't, as the cleric who's sort of learning a new deity doesn't even need to roll, does he?
I mean, you could roll. Your DC's lower. You might get a
Fine.
1.
Greetings,
Nope, I
Stormfather.
didn't get a 1.
Yeah, you're fine.
I got a
Was it the
14.
same guy I talked to before.
Yes, it's the same guy you talked to before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to tell that this is Valkyr. He looks over his shoulder. What's up? Looks back down.
Liam is like,
throws a
are
harpoon.
you fucking kidding me?
I mean, I didn't tell a joke. I could if you want. Pulls it back up. The fish on it. Puts it in the bucket. Throws the harpoon.
Is he standing or seated?
He's sitting. He's just sitting with
Okay.
his legs over the edge of the ship.
Staphylos walks up, sits down next to him, pulls out the alchemy jug, pours him a drink, holds it out,
He takes it. Drinks with one hand, throws the harpoon with the other.
pours himself a drink, tosses it back. Do not be rude, my friends.
Yeah, Boldrin walks up next to Staphylos and sits down on the edge of the ship and
Pours Boldrin a drink.
takes a drink, knocks it back.
I'm just looking to see what the rest of us are doing.
I don't think
Corbin walks
Euro's
over
ever
to the
been on a
edge,
boat
but
before.
That's it.
What was that, Corbin?
That
He just walks over to the edge and surveys the rest of the boat. Is it empty aside from Valkyr? Or is
The
there-
top deck is, yes, it's a massive ship. Sort of it looks to be like sort of something like a galleon. But yes, the only people on deck currently are you guys and Valkyr.
So,
that sleight of
Stormfather.
hand roll, by the way, was my attempt to subtly make sure that out of all of my many holy symbols, there's one in particular that is actually visible.
Okay.
Hi again. I'll go sit down.
Looks over. Hey.
I mean, GM question, and if Agdasol doesn't know, that's fine. Valkyr is nominally cool with the Mother of Harvest, right?
Yeah. They're both of the same pantheon. Valkyr
I
is
didn't
nominally
think there
cool.
was
Valkyr is nominally cool with most of the other
Yeah.
gods, especially the same pantheon.
Neither of them are particularly the fighty ones, but I just wanted to check.
Yeah, Valkyr and Marduk are pretty much cool with everybody.
So, Stormfather, do we now get to carve our names into the mast or something?
I mean, you can if you want. Really, you get whatever what you get. Basically, I think Argon would say whatever your deepest heart's desire is. I would say something cool. I mean, you already got something. He says, nodding at your hand.
That's holding the alchemy jug.
Your right hand, whichever hand that is.
Oh. He looks down at it.
On the back of your right hand, there is a mark that wasn't there before. It is a blue arcane symbol that is comprised of a small circle and then two quarter circles around it.
Do we all have that?
If you all look at, yes, all of you have that on your right hand,
Yeah.
on the back of your right hand.
Oh no.
What is this? As I'm
It's-
carving into the mast.
Corby. Shit, I
Said we
misspelled.
He looks over. It's my blessing. Well, one of my blessings. Whenever you're feeling particularly woozy, just focus on that. You'll feel better. Mechanically, you all have a blessing of restoration. You have 3 uses, and then it's gone. Each use restores you as if you had had a long rest.
Am I the only one who's seeing John's camera freak out, or is that just my Skype?
I
being
think that's
I
just
think
you.
it's you.
Yeah.
okay. So I'm just gonna put the call on real quick,
So yeah,
and it's
You-
fixed.
yeah. The blessing has 3 uses total. Each use gives you the effects of a long rest.
As an action.
Yes.
Sweet.
So, I guess I should explain some things. Those of you that are standing up, you can sit down if you want, or you can wander the ship however you want. You'll be able to hear me all the same. It is kind of my divine realm.
Actor Soul, sit.
So, you know how places in the world have legends about ancient heroes who went and conquered trials and secured a legacy of something, finding massive wealth or their heart's desires. These legends that then spur on other younger adventurers in their own personal quests to find some MacGuffin of some kind that'll help them beat the big bad guy and save the kingdom, save the princess, get a kiss, something like that.
Mhm.
Congratulations, you've just become those heroes of legend. It always has to be a first. You happen to be the first. I can hear you snarking.
I'm sorry. I thought that gods were like all knowing and didn't get shit wrong.
Oh no, didn't get it wrong. No one will remember your actual names or what you actually did or who you actually were. Just that some group of crazy individuals managed to pass my trial, and that means that someone else will be able to further down the line. Congratulations, you just became a clue in someone else's adventure.
Sweet.
Oh,
Okay, no, that makes more sense.
so we are catalyst, as you say.
This world is still young, and all the ancient sites that have yet to be discovered, well, they have to have someone discover them eventually. You just happen to be the first for this one. So you get a little something, he says, indicating the hand. Sorry there isn't a bunch of treasure there. The old girl hasn't sunk enough ships yet. He says, just thumbing over his shoulder. And out in the water, you see that Leviathan that was in the crevice just sort of rear up, look over, and then sink back down.
Oh, yes.
Well, we found.
It is, she is, how you say, a remarkably big fish.
Yes, she is.
Well, we're here because we found something of yours with another, monster of legend that was down in a cave. I point at Baldrin.
Oh, you found Storm Herald. I was wondering when that one would show up.
Yeah, Boulder kind of pulls it out and sets it on the. Actually, he kind of pulls it out, holds it in his hand for a second, looks over at Valkyr with his hunting spear, with his fishing spear, and just basically does the same with Storm Herald for a second.
You throw it into the water?
Yeah.
Do you tie a rope to it or anything?
Yeah, he ties the rope to it first, yeah.
Make me an attack roll.
That's gone.
Gone forever.
If you
Especially
hit
powerful
somebody with
weapon
this,
to
I am
the
going to
plane
be
of
so
water.
mad.
28.
Goes right through the water. You feel it hit. You feel it hit something. Valkyrie looks over at Hope. You gotta chill out.
Ugh.
He starts to reel it in.
You reel in. There's a fish. He nods. You can keep it, or you can put it in the bucket.
Puts it in the bucket.
So yeah. I guess in addition to my blessing, if you guys have any questions you want answered, you can feel free to ask.
Yeah. Questions.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Actor Saul's casual, but he's sure not exactly delicate. Okay. From your divine perspective, the part of the material plane that, from my perspective of someone who is inside the bubble, was recently peeled away, just formed, has existed for a fair amount of time.
Complicated. Let me see if I can explain. So, Eidos, the goddess of destruction and entropy, is part of a cycle that this particular material plane goes through. After enough time and enough decay and degradation, the material plane is on the verge of self-destruction by a various, seemingly infinite number of things. At that point, Eidos rears her head, breaks everything, and then the plane shaper rebuilds it. So technically, the things that lie beyond Eidos's veil have always existed and have never existed.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
Is like cat in box riddle.
Yes.
The monks tell.
Why would you put a cat?
And from the perspective of my plane, if I return home, still always and never extant, or
Yeah. It's a little funny to look at from the outer planes, but it's basically, it has always existed because it is formed from the combination of the plane shaper's creation and Eidos's destruction. The fabric of its existence has always been there. It just hasn't been realized or actualized yet.
so.
So why is it stalled out?
Well, that would be some very cheeky demons doing.
Because a bunch of assholes the last time didn't manage to get the job done. Sorry.
I'm gonna laugh if the very cheeky demon turns out to be one of us.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Well,
Just Lavis.
how much do
We all know that if it's anybody, it's Nerali.
how much do any of you know about the Blood War?
Good question.
You could all make me religion checks.
I was gonna, yeah.
22.
10.
Ooh.
18.
There's been a blood war. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
What's that?
17.
Advantage on this roll.
There was a war?
Nah, this isn't important enough. For that.
With blood.
Yep, that makes sense. Because Salito wouldn't give a shit.
Yarrow, you've heard something, but you're not 100% certain what it is. Some sort of extraplanar battle that has been talked about previously. And you're the only one that has any context for the name.
Guys, there was an extraplanar battle, and that's all I know.
Right.
Sorry,
so,
what? I nodded off in the middle of that sentence.
Right. So
Big bad blood wars.
it's the reason why the material plane and other planes haven't been ransacked and pillaged by demons and devils. Demons and devils are very powerful, but they're also constantly fighting each other. And it keeps them from eating everything in existence and beyond because they're constantly fighting each other, and celestial forces are available to prevent them from invading other planes. And then, of course, the odd adventurer or two on material plane kills them whenever they crop up.
Okay.
The problem is that during our particular cycle of rebirth, the material plane is at a disadvantaged state, as are some of the celestial planes, because of the amount of energy that is sort of utilized by IDOS. So, in the middle of the reconstruction, some demons decided, hey, you know what, let's fuck with the material plane. And they figured the best way to do it would be to mess with the Planeshaper's beacon. It's the thing that keeps them on task, basically. That you guys know it as the Tower of the Gods. So, this group of demons infested the tower, preventing the light from within it from drawing the Planeshaper to it. So long as the tower remains corrupted, the Planeshaper can't really see this material plane. So long as the Planeshaper can't really see this material plane, IDOS remains scattered. And so long as IDOS remains scattered, the celestial domains remain in a weakened state.
So basically, clean out Tower of Gods, Planeshaper wakes up and gets back to their job, and then the material plane becomes more or less intact once more. Eventually.
Yeah, basically. Unfortunately, so destroying and reconstructing a plane takes a lot of energy, a lot of divine energy. We, the gods, sort of share that divine energy. And IDOS has basically the lion's share of it right now. So there's not much we can do to help.
Yeah,
No.
That certainly explains a few things.
Yep. We're bound to our divine planes. We can reach out a bit. I can reach out more than the others can, but that's because I'm a bit older than the rest.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna just ask, how does that work?
How does what work? Which part?
The you're older part.
I'm not really sure. That's another part of our energy being mostly invested in IDOS right now thing. There are bits of our powers that are locked away to us. Bits of our, in my case, memory that's also locked away from me.
Oh, like when you wake up from hangover and cannot remember part of night before.
Kind of. Except it's been a few thousand years.
That is one hell of hangover, sir.
I party hard.
This is why I like this one.
Any other big questions?
Oh, I has yes. One inquiry.
Go ahead.
Do you how you say are you knowing where Fyodor is?
Yeah, he's up back in core.
Fuck is he doing up there?
He sort of looks off in the middle distance. Currently golf swinging a couple of armored infantry units about 300 yards.
Sounds right.
Oh. Well, I mean, that is very in keeping with his character, yes, but, well, if anyone ever finds him, they will need to tell him to write home once in a while.
You didn't. You said you did.
I am not iconic
Apparently you were
cultural
all-
hero and massive, important primary guardian of whole island of Twatapur. I can get away
Oh.
with not writing home once in a while.
Oh. Well, you're a hero now. Suck it up.
Hey,
Yeah,
I am a
thanks.
hero who no one will know my name or really even specifics of what I did. I think I will be okay.
Aim higher.
I
So-
generally aim right about 3 to 5 feet in front of me.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Uh,
So,
speaking of aiming higher, Waldron finally speaks up. There's you've got 3 guardians of quite impressive presence and power.
I
that
do.
Keep hold of your temple. How did they come to be?
They asked.
Right.
Is there
Okay.
more of a story to that one?
I mean, it was sort of on their deathbed saying, swearing their eternal servitude for vengeance, a sudden storm, half dozen other things. But they
Pointedly
asked.
trying not to let my glance slide to hope.
They asked, and in that particular moment, I was able to answer.
I'll have to think on that one.
so you said that there's this Eidos, the abyss, that veil is time is weird around that, like it's in existence, everything beyond it is in existence and not at the same time or whatever.
The easiest way to explain it would be that the veil, or what you guys call the abyss, is the concentrated divine energy of all of the gods. And within that energy is creation.
Okay. Do you have any idea of
Right.
things in there? Because I have to find something.
Well, when the plane shaper finishes their work, you'll be able to find it. Or if
You
it pops
can't-
out sooner, it'll pop out sooner.
You can't have no sense of
No.
if it's like okay.
It is like this, Hope. You say you kill a cat with poison, and then you put it in a box. Then the cat is in the box, and it is
Wow,
dead.
that's horrible. Okay.
Bear with. This is thought experiment. This is not
Uh-huh.
actual thing that has been done yet, at least as far as I know. Not by the monks of my
Okay.
order,
Oh,
who are the ones who tell this story.
I
So
guarantee
once there was a man-
somebody's done this.
Once there was a man who poisoned a cat and put it in a box, and then later on he killed a lich and put it in the same box. Now liches are very much known for bringing cats back from dead. And also liches themselves can come back from dead after a period of time, which is somewhat uncertain. So whether the cat is in the box or not, it is potentially a zombie cat and potentially just a dead cat. So if you leave the box alone for a time, you will not actually know whether the cat is zombie cat until you actually open the box and see if the lich has reconstituted himself and zombified the dead cat.
Or
So,
you can just
Alternatively, this thing isn't observable yet, and when it's observable, we'll be able to figure it out.
You are not supposed to tell them that part until end of story. This is like telling punchline before you tell joke.
Okay.
Has your order ever actually encountered a lich before?
Someone has. Otherwise, we would not know that lich exists. Yes?
Seems sound to me.
Because I am at least moderately certain that they don't specialize in bringing cats back from the dead. Your entire thought experiment is a joke.
That is what they said. It is like telling
Is
punchline
that an
before you finish
Arcana
joke.
check, John?
If you want. I mean, there are liches that have brought cats back from the dead. That's not necessarily their modus operandi, but
There's always
Within their
one.
power set.
I mean, someone
specific quote, it
someone
was-
has a Mr. Bigglesworth.
Eh,
The exact quote
I
was...
think Lich's name was Skuldinger. Now that I think of details, Skuldinger's cat. Yes.
The exact... Jesus Christ, Jack. The exact quote was, liches are known for bringing cats back from the dead. Not a lich.
Just liches.
Well, now, whenever we think of a lich, we'll think, well, they just bring cats back.
No, they don't. Well, they might do that too. They have the capability, but why?
Well,
Maybe they were
you
just
see,
really attached to the
very,
cat.
very strong enchantments on box, so Lich cannot get out, and Lich might get lonely.
I don't
What?
know if you know this,
Wh-
Valkyrie,
what?
but this happens a lot with our group.
What?
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't
So-
even care. What the?
I mean, I'm kind of glad they won't know our specifics now.
This whole day just gets
Oh, don't worry.
weirder and worse.
It makes more sense after you drink. Here, everyone, quick round.
Yeah.
All right. No, so there's and the tower is all plagued by demons. It's just haunted. So
Well,
clearly
haunted,
the
corrupted.
answer
Yeah,
yeah, is to get rid of these.
would be
So
nice.
then the tower can... Do you know anything about the demons that are in there? Like, do they have,
A leader?
yeah.
I know that they're
So-
related to an organization that has been helping them from the material plane.
Okay.
What?
I don't know the name of it,
Organization.
but they have they're led by funny enough, they're led by a lich.
Aha, see,
Oh,
I knew
joy.
Lich had something to do with this.
They have a symbol. It's a sort of a black skull, or not a black. It's like the skull pendant thing. Yeah, they're not that original, but
I really like the
it is-
idea in my head canon that this was going to be a Death Knight until Skulldinger's cat came out, and you quickly changed it to a lich.
We're gonna get to him, and his name is gonna be Skulldinger.
Would it
We've met
would it
this
happen?
guy before.
Would it happen to be the pendant of a screaming skull clutching a green gem in its maw?
I mean that's not the symbol, but that would pass. Yeah.
Does that sound familiar to me at all?
You remember the Medusa, the lady that we found in the Shifting Sands base? The
Oh, when
pendant
I
that
killed the
she wore.
demigod. Yes, I remember.
Yes, the pendant that woman wore.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone remember what it looked like?
Yeah. Yep.
No,
It looked like exactly
Bolton
the
just
thing that I just
described
described.
I was catching that reference. I figured it was sort of leading question, but yeah.
We have to find her. Or them, that group.
Well, she went to a different plane, so judging by the conversation we've been having, probably at the abyss.
Possibly.
Not the thing, the plane.
Hey, look, we know somebody who can take us to the abyss. And I kind of have that on. I kind of have somebody who owes me a trip to the abyss.
I
mean, would it not be easier to just
Sure.
clean out tower?
Sorry, I'm busy.
I am
drinking.
in
Why are
favor
we
of the
going to
cleaning
the
out
abyss
tower
again?
plan. Not that it's yes.
That would get it all done in one. versus having to go in and keep stomping a bunch of spiders that just keep multiplying in there.
Well, not necessarily. They're helping them from the outside. They're not demons themselves.
Mm.
The demons are the problem in the tower.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to find more information, that might be a group of people you could find, or you just head back to the tower and deal with that first.
Or maybe cut off 2 birds with 1 stone and go back to tower, start beating the shit out of demons. The demons will call their backup, and everybody will be in one place at one time.
That works.
Yeah.
Throws the harpoon, pulls back up another fish, dumps it in the bucket.
Ooh, can I try?
What do you do
Sure.
with all these fish?
Feed my people.
Okay.
How many people does 1 fish feed?
Depends on the person.
It's a good answer.
Yeah. And he hands you a harpoon.
Cool.
Make an attack roll.
It's just flat strength or dex based.
Whichever.
Okay.
It's a finesse
I'll just use my flurry of blows then. 21.
Yep. You hit something, pull it back up, and there's a fish on the end.
Hey, I have caught fish. Looks at it, smells it. Is it still like flopping?
Yeah.
He'll put it in the bucket.
Takes the harpoon back. Continues throwing. Hope, meanwhile, just losing her
Yep.
shit off to one side.
Damn it! Get everyone fish except for me.
So
I'm not. I'm busy. I'm.
I
just
realize
where I
Hope's
am.
not actually a celestial, but do some celestials have like a fish aversion? Is that what's going on?
No.
No, Yarrow-
Hope is
I
too
don't like
angry about
fishing.
Hero is in the middle of the boat, like hugging the mast. She's never been on a boat before, and this is fucking
Mhm.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yero,
No, thanks. I'm good.
I did not ask you anything yet.
I know, but I'm good. Just in case you were wondering, I'm fine.
it's a
That-
divine
that-
plane.
that-
If we
what I
were
was
gonna
wondering.
fall off the boat, we would have fallen off the boat when we got here.
Yeah, it's not that part that I'm worried
Sorry,
about.
Yarrow. I have an allergy to bullshit unless it's my own.
Then you must sneeze almost constantly.
Unless it's my own.
Then you must never ever sneeze.
Question, Valkyr, because you said you all the gods share like a divine pool, right?
Yep.
So theoretically, if you
Must be a
all
gross
pulled
pool.
at the same time, one god couldn't really do much, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you asking the divinities to Voltron?
No.
I think it's the exact
Not
opposite
quite.
of that. I think it's that they can't Voltron if they're all doing shit.
Yeah. Yep. No, cause just theoretically, if someone, like made a deal at their deathbed sort of thing and maybe wanted, when that comes time to pay up, maybe you want a little bit more time, you could sort of all, I mean, cause I helped find your
So,
axe thing.
What you're asking for all of the gods to simultaneously screw over one of the other gods to get you out of the debt you owe.
I mean, it sounds cheap and tawdry when you put it that way, but all right.
No, I'm just asking you. I mean, I haven't asked all the gods yet. Gonna work my way around.
That debt's already been sealed.
No wonder you are tense all the time.
It's not bad.
No.
You met 3 of them already.
Yep.
That's your future.
Yeah, you seem pretty chill though. I don't know.
Yeah. Well. Throws the harpoon. Is this the part where you all
Well.
just sort of sit around awkwardly?
Well, I mean, we don't know where the exit is, so
It's right behind you.
Selena is still drinking on the boat.
Yeah.
Who's crew?
He points over his shoulder behind you.
Staphylos will look.
Oh, cool.
There's a
He
stone.
goes to
There's a
walk
stone
through.
wall.
Walks up to it and goes to push through,
Opens up. The blinding light returns,
and I walk
That is-
through.
and you
Why
all
does this
find
remind me of a movie that
you all
doesn't
find
exist in this
yourselves
world?
standing back in the statue room of Valkyr's temple. Yarrow,
Oh, thank God.
Yarrow, you are currently wrapped around one of Valkyr's legs.
Hey, buddy. Thanks for the support.
You know, I feel like it will be Selena. You can do the thing where and we show up somewhere else. Yes.
Once I take a nap.
Well, I think a nap is something we have all at least earned by now. And then you can put us back to Luxoria. Yes.
Yeah.
Why are we going there?
Because I have things there that I need to take care of.
Oh,
There we go.
sure.
And
Same.
we still have to tell Volcanus how his vehicle thing turned out.
that it's also staying
Yeah.
here.
In the
Sure.
I
dis-
think he
in-
was
Oh,
planning
yeah.
it was one-way trip.
In the distance, you hear a massive crash.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
There it goes.
Looks like it's dislodged itself.
Will it still drive,
Hey,
though? is
we
the
didn't get
question.
chewed out by a god for it, so I think that everything went fine.
Yes, we will call this win. Oh wait, wasn't there some fancy rock he gave us?
That will only take one person.
Oh no, it'll take all of you.
Yarrow.
It'll take all of you.
Oh, it will?
It takes a
So long as
10
you're-
foot square or
as long as
something.
you're it takes like a 10-foot radius around it.
It won't take the
Yarrow is currently holding it.
Yeah.
Well,
it won't
it's-
take the apparatus, but
I
It's
think he was
somewhere
still
on my
planning.
person.
He was still planning that would be probably one-way trip. I think he said.
well, we can let him know that it's gonna be a thing of legend. So
Thousands
Should've
of
put, like,
years
some-
later,
yeah.
adventurers will come down here and be like, "What the fuck is this thing?"
yes.
That gives Staphylos an idea. Do not leave without me. I must. There is a thing I must do, and he runs outside.
He's gonna write his.
His
He's
name on
gonna
there.
write Staphylos was here on something, isn't he?
He's gonna draw
Are
a
the
dick on
Guardians?
it.
Are the Guardians still outside?
Yep.
Gentlemen, we have spoken with Valkyr. He is very pleased with your services, as I'm sure you all are very much aware. And in case you all get bored down here on occasion or need something to occupy your time, besides intriguing conversations that last many millennia, we are leaving this thing here. Feel free to experiment, fuck around with it, use it for whatever you want.
You look over at it, and it has hit the ground, forming a crater, and a lot of parts have fallen off.
Or, if you want to see if you can just put it back together, think of it as long-term jigsaw puzzle.
They look at you. They chuckle in Draconic.
I speak every language.
Chuckles in Draconic.
Subtitles. Chuckles in Draconic.
Draconic, yep.
Yeah.
But it was a very pleasure meeting all of you, and both kicking your asses and getting my ass kicked by. I have learned many things, but I think we are about to take our leave. So unless there is further business we should discuss or anything, we will bid you good day and best of luck for next several millennia.
They wave.
And he runs back inside.
So are we napping here or when we get back?
I vote we nap when we get back because there are no beds here, and jiggles the jug. I am about halfway empty, which will definitely not last us the rest of evening.
Sure.
Okay.
And about that, Boldrin kind of walks over to Selena. So, you and I haven't seen eye to eye on quite a number of things.
I mean, it's okay. You take being wrong very well.
But I think we're going to see eye to eye on this when I tell you that you're going to need these. He says as he pulls out the bag of resurrection diamonds and hands it to you. Because I'm going to be staying here for a while.
Wait, what?
What?
But you're like the only one I like. I mean,
Well, you're gonna have to.
I like you.
You're going to have to get to know the others a little bit better. I'm sure you'll like them too once you get to know them.
No promises.
And Corbin.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be doing a lot of fighting down here while I'm piecing together some aspects of my life. And I get the feeling Storm Herald doesn't feel like its race has been run yet. I don't care if you fight with it or if you just find someone else who will fight with it, but don't sell it, lad. And he walks over to Corbin and gives you Storm Herald.
Yeah, no, I know not to sell it now.
Good.
At least not
What
while
do
you guys
Wait,
are around.
you were gonna sell a divine relic?
Yes.
I didn't know
Yeah.
it was a divine relic at first.
He
I thought it
can't
was
wait
just
to.
this. I thought it was like this, and I hold up my electrical spear, and it's like I thought it was just like this. Something you can fucking buy.
I died for that stupid thing.
I've got my own way out of here when I do need to find my way out, so don't worry about me. But I'm going to be here for a while. It's been a
Sure.
fucked up but wonderful journey with all of you. And I feel like you'll all do fine clearing out the tower.
No! We'll do terribly. Have you
Well,
seen how we fight
Not with that
each
attitude.
other all the time?
I mean, Selena's just been silently staring the whole time.
Well, that's about all I've got for now.
Jack, are you muted? Or just...
Yes, I was. Captain, I do not like idea of you being down here with nothing in your hands. And he holds out the trident of the Triton.
I
Towards
was just gonna
Boldrin.
trade him.
He sort of takes the trident. I appreciate that. And it might be useful, living in the middle of a giant whirlpool for a while.
It would be better than nothing at all.
Well, good luck to all of you. Good journeys. Kick some arse for me.
Fine, what the fuck ever. Like, he just hands the bag over to whoever's closest.
Agdrasol.
Walks up to
He's sort of
Yarrow and-
standing there watching.
Walks up to Yara's like, all right, fish out the thingamajig so we can go.
That bag, by the way, has 4 diamonds that are worthy of Revivify and 3 diamonds that are worthy of Resurrection.
I know, I bought the Revivify diamond.
So,
All right, before we go, you all have to tell me something you like about me.
I like that you have the way out.
Try harder.
I mean, that was one thing. I met your
Yeah.
demands.
Yarrow, give them a bit of time.
All right.
I like that you are quick, like me.
All right, let's go home. I mean, not home, but let's go away from here. And I do whatever needs to be done.
You smack the button. There's a flash of light and electricity, and you all find yourselves standing atop the broken desk of one Harbin Valkanis, who is sitting, sort of tuning up one of the golems around, looks over. Right, I forgot that I had put that there. Welcome back. I noticed you're back without the device.
Yeah, it broke.
Ah, do you?
It's Aldrin stayed behind, so he may take that,
Okay.
given he paid for it.
Yeah. Do you have any like notes on how it performed, or?
I drove the thing most of the way. I will tell you everything.
Good.
Not that great at landing.
Yeah, no, I can see that. It's
Is basically when you throttle all the way forward and then you run out of water and end up in air pocket. It kind of.
Relatedly, have you thought about beta testing these things on the water plane in the future?
I have. There's a series of problems with that. But yes. I had not expected it to need to land from above. I'd always expected it to sort of
Not the only one that was
surface
surprised.
and then dock or crawl up onto a shelf. So I will put that into the new device schematic plan.
Also, something to maybe add is a way to open while underwater so that you can exit while still submerged without flooding entire.
Why would you want to exit while submerged?
Well, see, there is a lot of space inside, you see, yes? Right?
Yes.
And say someone is using it for salvage or recovering things that are lost underneath the waves. Certainly you can take claws and just pick something up, but that allows you to carry one, maybe two things at a time. Whereas if you can open and go in and out, you can retrieve things and put them inside and carry a lot more efficiently.
So what you're saying is that there are more things to find than just the destination. I will have to maybe I can put some sort of compartment in the bottom of it that will have a separately pressurized chamber that you can open the floor hatch to, climb down, close the floor hatch, depressurize, and then open the bottom hatch and go out the bottom.
I think if you do other way, where first you open bottom hatch, fill with water, then close bottom hatch, open interior compartment to bottom hatch, get into water tank, close again, then reopen.
Yes, that might work better. That might work better. Yes. Oh, and perhaps
maybe idea.
Perhaps an underbelly grabbing claw that will grab things and pull them into a compartment that then can be accessed from inside.
That would work as well. Yes.
Yes. I have these are, and he goes to his little blackboard and starts sketching out schematics.
I'm just kind of gonna look over. I mean, Yara's look over Hope, Selena, see how they're handling this.
I've walked out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have
I'm
walked
gone.
out of the building.
Yeah.
All right.
sort of
So
problem.
Agnesol will look, notice that other people have already left. Yeah, he has nothing to contribute to the here's how you make a water vehicle discussion, so he's gonna go.
All right. How much longer do you and Yarrow stay, Staphylos?
Staphylos will stay basically until the conversation is over.
Oh yeah, Yarrow can leave whenever we're ready to go. She's
All right,
not
so
particularly interested in anything.
The two of you then follow shortly after.
Mm-hmm.
And you all, I assume, head to someplace?
Nope, I've walked off to be by myself.
All
I'm
right.
gonna sneak off.
Oh, it doesn't take much to sneak off. You walked out.
I also.
All right. Selena
Because we
is
make
also.
good choices.
Ugh.
All right. So, starting with Selena. Where are you going?
She's just walking.
Is there any particular endpoint in mind or just around?
Absolute no end point. She doesn't even really have a goal. Like, she just didn't want to be there. So she went elsewhere and is continuing to go elsewhere.
All right. We'll say you eventually end up wandering around sort of the more centralized areas of Luxuria. As you're passing the large crystal tower, you hear from off to one side, "Oh, well, there's a familiar face."
Look over.
It's Ziggy, who's just sort of leaning against a wall looking at you.
Sup, dude?
Not much.
There's the faintly building soundtrack in the background of "Don't You Forget About Me."
Not much. I simply like to take a notice of melancholy in my fair city, and I noticed a walking pillar of melancholy, so figured I'd say something.
You're misinterpreting.
Am I?
Yeah.
How so?
This isn't melancholy. This is annoyance.
They often read the same. What is it that is particularly annoying you this day?
Nope, I am not doing this. And I keep walking.
Very well. But at the very least, do your best to rid yourself of the rain cloud above your head. It sullies the city so.
Flips him off. Wow.
For those who
a wild
for those
magic
who only
surge.
listen to this, Selena just flips the bird behind her as she continues walking.
A wild magic surge causes a literal rain cloud to appear over Selena's head.
Congratulations, you're a Genasi fucking Eeyore.
Hope, where are you going?
I'm going to go outside the city. There's sand and desert outside, right?
Yeah.
That seems good. I'm gonna go outside and just start swinging wildly. Cause
Okay.
yeah.
You go out into the sand
Mm-hmm.
and begin swinging wildly. It's hot.
Ah,
In the back of your head, there's a voice. It's really hot out here.
yeah. It is. I don't know why it's so hot.
Because it's sand.
Yeah. No, but like climate-wise, why is it so hot?
Because you're on the other side of the city from the wind.
Ugh.
A breeze comes in from the water, hits a bunch of fucking crystal, and then dies.
I didn't actually want like a. Okay.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't understand him.
Understand
Okay.
who?
Aldrin.
Have you ever tried?
Nah.
Really not hard to understand him.
No, like. I don't know. He's just. Why? I don't. Okay, so then why? So, okay. Why did he stay down there then?
Maybe he wanted to.
I don't. Why though?
Why are you out in the middle of the desert swinging your sword at nothing?
Because I'm angry.
Well, maybe there's an emotion tied to it. Maybe he's tired.
He is literally 3 times each of your individual ages.
Oh, pretty young. Yeah. No.
Okay, that's not true because dwarves don't.
I mean, he's middle-aged for a dwarf, so that depends on where you are at for an elf.
I mean, Agrisol's about 300-400.
Sheesh.
Oh, he's only 200 something.
Oh,
He's still not 3. He's still not 3 times Agrisol's age.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Agrisol the exception.
functionally, no, because Sliniblees were all like 5. No matter how old we really are, we're all just 5.
Oh, 5 years old.
But still not.
I mean, Does it change anything?
Does what change anything?
Him being down there? Not like he's trapped.
No, but I wanted him here, so, that's always great.
Eh? People want other people to do things all the time.
No. I know it doesn't make sense. I'm just annoyed and I don't know. I don't understand how he was always so okay with just, believing things. Like he just followed and he knew what to do. I don't know. I don't get that.
I think that's part of what Valkyrie was trying to tell you. You overthink too much.
I don't know. I didn't want to do this. You realize this, right? This is why I'm always annoyed at you. Is because I didn't want to do this. I was just born and this happened.
I mean, I'm in the exact same boat.
So what? I'm going to end up like those people down there?
Maybe, I don't know.
Or like you inhabiting someone else's brain and giving advice, which would be
Probably.
terrible. I don't want to end up like you.
Probably not like me, but thanks for the
Okay,
sentiment.
Good. Yep. It just seems really terrible. I'm sorry.
Only sometimes.
Wow.
It really depends on who you get attached to.
Well, congrats. You got me, so that's good.
Right.
Throwing some shade.
Yeah.
Staphylos is headed for the crystal chandelier.
Okay. Yggdrasil as well. Corbin as well.
No,
Yeah, Corbin was waiting out at the door. He was just waiting for them to come out.
Which way is Yggdrasil heading?
I just was gonna go looking for Hope, but I had a few questions for the GM first.
Sure.
One, given Alexasel's knowledge of Celestial's favorite enemy, is there any way to prevent a Deva from hearing something you say to their ASMR?
Give me a religion check.
With advantage for Celestials?
Sure.
Because if you're hunting someone's Deva, you don't necessarily want them to know that if you talk to their ASMR, so... Pro tip, guys, don't hunt Devas. It's a bad idea.
You didn't even know Devas existed prior to knowing Hope. So you
That's
have
fair.
no idea.
Okay. Well, gonna do it anyway. Gonna go look for Hope.
Give me a investigation roll.
Okay, I'm just gonna fly around. If I don't see her, I'll...
I'm not particularly hiding.
Yeah.
But you went outside the city, so.
Yeah.
And Yggdrasil is currently looking inside the city. So
Oh. 10 flat.
yeah, you're not able to find Hope right now. You can keep looking though.
I'll keep looking, and if I don't find her before it's getting late, I'll head back to the inn and hope she does the same. Fuck you.
Eventually, I get overheated and decide to go back in. So.
Okay. Everyone else. So.
And I did want to find Yggdrasil, so.
Okay.
Oh.
The other three, going back to the crystal chandelier as far as anything else.
Yes.
For me,
Selena,
back.
At the inn.
how long are you wandering the city, Selena? I
Probably
begin to-
most of the
as I
day
begin
and
to bleed.
nightish.
As I begin to bleed.
That's not
You
good.
shouldn't do that.
I try not to,
No,
but sometimes
let's just stay inside.
sometimes it just has to get out.
Leeches.
Yeah,
The
about
usual.
once a month.
As soon as he gets to the crystal chandelier, Staphylos is first going to look around and see if there's anybody there besides Igor that he recognizes.
Give me a. Is there anyone in particular you're looking for?
Adolfo, probably.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
That's a 5.
Nope, you do not see anybody that you recognize other than Igor.
Okay.
I mean, you know where to go looking for Adolfo if you want to look for him.
Right. Honestly, he's just gonna order a drink and wait and see if Adolfo shows up.
Oh, wow, I'm bleeding really heavily. We're gonna take a
You
quick
need to
break.
go to
We're gonna
break?
take a quick break while I go bandage myself.
Yeah.
I'll back in a minute. We're back, and I'm not. I'm still bleeding, but it's under wraps.
Contained now.
Anyways.
You should be disappointed in yourself.
I never am. Anyways,
Cons.
so, Staphylos, was there anything else you were doing other than looking around and not seeing?
No, at this
Adolfo?
point, he's had a very long day, so he's not going to go looking for Adolfo. He's just going to have a drink and wait and see who shows up.
Right. Eventually, Hope and Agdrasol come in. Agdrasol first, then Hope.
I will
Oh,
get something to drink.
I wanted to talk to you. Yeah. Somewhere private.
Cool. Sure.
Okay. My room is upstairs.
Okay.
We go up eventually.
In the back of your head, you just hear, "I'm really resisting the urge to go bow chicka bow wow for some reason."
Okay, so, have you
Agdrasol-
go
Oh.
for it?
I was gonna say Agdrasol does have a wedding ring. That Hope probably has noticed being around him for a while, but
Oh,
that
you're
may or may not
actually
matter.
wearing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, fascinating. All right.
That changes Hope's plans.
No, not at all.
Recalculating.
No, so, we're probably gonna leave soon, but, do you know if Kaylin is staying behind?
Caelyn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we left his
Which one
body
that
in the middle of a
was?
sand pile.
The Patricia's character, who
Yep.
yes is
My
staying
best
behind.
friend.
From everything I know, yeah, or at least for the moment.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Do you know where she is?
John, would I know if that's something I can tell her?
It's something you probably shouldn't tell her. Correct? Yes.
Okay. I know she has magic wizardy stuff that she could use to contact you.
Oh, okay. So, cool. Oh, okay. Neat. All right.
Did Selena have that, or was Baldrin the one who had
No,
message?
Baldrin
Oh.
could do that, but he's gone now, so that's good.
He's not dead. He's just at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, practically.
With a
Practically
limited
dead.
supply of oxygen.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
the
but-
ability to make a temple that can sustain him literally every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know.
Also,
I
the
mean,
ability to breathe
Tomato.
underwater.
He's practically dead. I can't go and ask him. No. All right. No, that's fine. That's all I wanted to ask. That's all. All right.
Hope,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask something.
Sure.
You were talking to Valkyr about... Got a few questions about
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Probably the best place to start is, what do you want? What are you hoping for?
Well, just in general, to not die. That's a good one. It's pretty high up there on the list. I've got a thing I have to find. But
No, in terms of, what are you worried about related to Judicator?
well, she's
The scale bearer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. I just don't know that much about her. No one does. It's just part of the thing. Goddess of secrets, all that good stuff.
Okay. So
I'm fine though. And if you see Kaylin, you can just tell her that, because that'd be good. Just if you happen to.
yeah, I'm sure she would completely believe me if I told her you were doing fine.
I'm doing.
She did give you a message to pass along, I just saw.
Yes. You have not told me.
Yeah.
Oh, Erin forgot. What was that?
She just said to say hi to Hope.
Last time I saw her, she said hi, hey to you.
Oh. Okay. That's good. That's good. Oh, okay. Cool. And you don't have a way to get a message to her beyond.
It's usually the other way around because I'm not the one with that magic.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds a little cliche, but if you want it bad enough, I'm sure they will figure out that you're looking. Kaylin, she will figure out you're looking.
Okay. Well, she hasn't yet, so no, that's okay. That's good. Cool. Yeah, no, I'm doing fine. And I don't know, gods are weird and mysterious, and yeah, they're a thing.
Just
I'm fine.
keep in mind that this is a little bit my area of expertise. Not exactly, but a little bit.
What, gods?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. Sort of self-consciously rubs the symbol of Argon. Not that. For lack of a better term, undying things, celestials, that ancient things.
You.
Not where I'm going with this. I understand that you want to stay alive. Just keep in mind that, to my knowledge, nothing gives that freely. So there is a distinct possibility that any other deals you make, even if they're powerful enough to make the scale bearer back off, would be still in that.
Don't worry, I know that already.
That
I'm not gonna.
said, I know you.
You're gonna you're the way this conversation is going leads me to believe that you are about to offer me another way, and frankly, I don't want to hear it from you, because you work for Cal and he creeps me out.
Okay,
and
so
I don't
to my
want...
knowledge, that's not something Cal can do, and he wasn't the person I was going to recommend anyway.
Okay, well, all right.
I mean, it might be.
To my knowledge.
No,
tell me if that's inaccurate.
No, that is accurate. That is accurate.
Cal could not get the scale bearer to back off on a deal.
As far as you're aware, no.
My recommendation was sort of to make a point. What? If you don't want to hear it from me, that's fine.
No, I don't.
In the back of your head, Hope, you hear, I think he's hitting on you. I can't tell. Let him down gently.
I like how the data is telling you not to date this person.
The ladies interested.
In today's episode of Gran Terra Rebirth, we learn that devas are not good at judging the human interaction.
No, they're
No.
not. Especially not when
Nope.
one of them's an elf.
Yep.
This is a thing that my character from last campaign kept saying, is that immortals don't understand how mortals work.
Nope.
Nope.
This is the entire point about. Yep.
God, why do they keep breaking? I
Yep.
just want them to do one
Pretty
thing.
much.
Give me another.
Pretty much. Yep.
All right.
No, I don't. I wanted to tell. So, just so you say she won't listen to you, but maybe she will. Maybe you could try, because I don't. The last time we talked, Kaylin was really worried about it, and I don't want her to keep searching for something and maybe make a worse deal than me. So, can you just tell her that I'm fine?
Okay.
Good.
I'm sure she'll believe me, but okay.
Not if you say it in that voice.
No, I will tell her you're fine, and I'll tell her that you absolutely don't want her making any deals to get you out of this. And she will likely only believe the second part, but I can't do much about that.
Yeah, well, at least try, please.
Just no. He's gonna just think about it this way. Everything dies. And the things you're frustrated with are the few that kind of don't. So the idea that you might die one day, maybe don't be so down on it. I'm leaving. I walk away.
Such a happy way to end that conversation.
Everything dies.
It's real easy to say when you don't got to die for another 500, 600 years.
Yeah.
Okay, that is factually inaccurate. I nearly died last episode.
I've died 3 times.
You keep getting back up, though, so I don't know what you're worried about.
Yeah.
That was a nice conversation. I still think he was hitting on you.
I don't think so.
You sure?
Mm,
He was doing that thing that fleshy people do with, like, the face.
Hey,
Fuck.
hey,
the talking? That's
No,
what we
no,
all
the
do.
the other, it's like pursing lips, and it was, I'm just saying. Remember that you share this brain with another person. I see what you see.
Thanks. Yep. No, that's great.
That leads me to believe that most ASMR end up being almost completely celibate because there's another voice in
Or,
their head.
or polyamorous.
Yeah.
Or anything in between.
or some Devas aren't so fucking nosy.
Yeah.
That's another possibility.
Entirely possible.
David's
Yeah, it's
personality are shaped by their host.
It's fair.
All right. So, you all eventually, I assume, get a long rest.
Yes.
Yep.
That was planned.
Yeah.
Staphylos will try and get up very early in the morning, like before everybody else.
Okay.
I mean, you're not going to because I trance.
He will be out of his room before anybody else leaves their room. Then, shall we say?
Okay.
We're talking like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
ish.
Agrasol was gonna trance and then go right back to drinking alcohol, but that's fine.
I mean, Celia was getting to her room probably like 4:50 and going to sleep.
If you trance and then immediately go back to drinking alcohol, you will eventually need to rest or pass out before 5 a.m.
That was the point.
So
Agrasol, probably not aware, probably at the bar.
you
Agrasol rests, gets back up, and then goes right back out before Staphylos gets up.
as you're walking out the door, those two Goliaths are carrying Agrasol back to his room.
He sort of pauses and then kind of shakes his head, heads over to talk to Igor.
Good morning, Staphylos. Is there anything I can get you this fine morning?
Well, I have a request if you do not mind.
Certainly.
I will be gone for a few days probably. But if I can leave message with you to give to anybody of my previous companions who is still here.
Of course.
They have projects, goals, and such that are leading them elsewhere, I believe, very soon. I am going to be remaining behind in Luxuria to assist. Well, just tell them this. Staphylos is staying here to help Adolfo with IFAs. He is going to be very busy trying to help out the community, and he wishes them well on their efforts, but he will be staying here for the time being, waiting on time to be right for him to go back out into the world.
I will relay it as said.
Thank you very much. And he goes looking for Adolfo.
Right. It's very easy to find. You find him in the lower city at Ephes.
Right.
He's sort of sleeves rolled up, working on putting in a frame on a window that didn't have a frame previously, and is working with carpenters to get the place running. It seems like they've been working through the night.
Adolfo, how are you today this morning?
Hey, Stavlis, doing well. Tired, but work is work.
You have been finding people to work here yet, or most efforts are busy repairing place?
Most efforts currently are working on getting place running properly, but we do have some people who will be here to teach classes in the mornings and throughout the day. Why, were you looking to assist?
Well, yes, I have found lead being myself to teach. Well, I am passable brewer. I am good on shipboard, which I know we had talked about. I know how to navigate and can instruct in use of navigational tools and instruments. So I think I am tired of the wandering for a bit, and will stay here and help out if you need more warm buddies.
Certainly. Can always use more assistance. We very much appreciate it, Stavlis.
It's very good to hear. Yes, so they are doing pretty good job over there, but I think I will help out a bit.
All right.
Also, whenever it's time to break for drinks, I am your man.
I appreciate that. Well, you get to work. And a few hours later, the rest of you, in various states, awaken.
Also, side note, I like the idea. I understand this is not what happened. That Staphylos is going to teach them all to be alcohol snobs.
Oh yeah,
That's that's the secondary class. Hey,
that's
class.
That's brewing 201.
He's going to be like
First class brewing,
hey,
second class.
Here's how to wine taste.
Second class, first class brewing, second class sommelier.
Right.
So,
There you go.
as when a critical mass of you are at the bar, Igor looks over at you. I have a message to relay. And then he opens his mouth, and Staphylos' voice comes out with everything that he just said.
Agrasol, dip a drink, continue drinking.
Selena's like, God damn it, not another one.
I
Can I get like an insight check for just if things are going to suddenly set fire or something?
go
Make
for
an
it.
insight roll.
Because Selena's way of dealing with her problems, to Agrassol's mind, often involves burning stuff. Just want to check on 16.
You can roll a deception check if you want.
I don't think she's capable of it at the moment. So the best way to describe her emotional state at the moment is the big wall of emotional deadness that she's had over the last couple of episodes.
Uh-oh.
Is pretty much cracked with pain and pure fury.
Hey, Selena, you owe me teaching you some archery.
Hearing you say that was more disconcerting than hearing Staphylus's voice come out of that man.
Hope
It's
in the back of
not weird. It's not weird. I promise it's not weird.
Hope in the back of your head you
Sound-
hear, "Oh, now he's hitting on her. I think he's a floozy."
Wow, that's a word that David just used.
Baby.
That's
So-
some like 1920s dialogue.
He's looking for fast women.
Selena.
I know that guy.
Selena's like,
He
no,
drinks
no.
his sarsaparilla out of a lot of different bottles, if you know what I'm saying.
I feel like we are all used to at some points Hope just like looking at the air in bewildered startledness at this point.
Let me tell you something about these.
the camera like she's on The Office.
Let me tell you something about these dames. So it's like, yeah, I know that I said that, but I feel like I'm really good at shooting stuff. And she throws out a chaos bolt at like just a random mug on like across the
Ping!
Establishment.
Ting, 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 ting.
See? I guess I should technically roll a wild magic surge for
You should.
Oh.
Hey, Milo.
All right.
No, it's a 1, not
Oh,
a 20.
Okay.
Good.
I wasted one of
Everybody
my
freaked
few
out for-
20.
Yeah.
The
Hold
mug,
on.
the mug that you
Fair
hit,
enough.
the mug that you hit on the ground vanishes and reappears where it was.
Yes, but it's not about how good you are at shooting things. It's about the non-shitty kind of meditation that helps you kill things more efficiently.
It's not all about.
I mean,
Killing
I'm
things?
really good at killing things magically, though. So I don't feel like I need to
You
rely on that.
promised. I raided an underground castle.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a sociopathic liar. So
I have noticed.
I'm a break that promise right now.
You two might be adorable together.
I
I just saw roll wisdom save to contain I'm married in reflex.
no, Agdasol, here's that. Drink drops. He heads up to his room. Like,
Poor Agdasol trying to keep people on
deer
their
in the headlights.
in this group. You are officially the moral voice in a Walking Dead group. Like the tragic character.
Yeah.
Days on
You are a
Netflix.
Stark.
I
And I
am
mean Game of
assuming
Thrones
we're-
Stark, not Tony
Yeah.
Stark.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming we're not meaning Tony Stark because no, Tony Stark is never the moral voice in any conversation.
No. You are a Stark, and by that I mean you are the tragic character who has tried desperately to make good things happen in a world where good things do not happen.
Hey,
Yeah.
good things happen, just not to player characters.
I'm talking about emotionally among this group.
Yeah, he's headed to his room, I guess, for the moment.
Okay. So just so I have some general idea of what the fuck is going on, what is the plan, guys?
Okay, so
Something we need to figure out.
we can either try and go. All right.
We just
Apparently,
did
I'm
the
gonna be the
thing.
leader again.
We
Okay.
just went to the
we
bottom
either,
of the fucking ocean.
yeah,
Where do we want to go?
we either have to go to the tower and tackle that, step by step, or we try and go to the abyss and stop whatever group is feeding resources into the tower.
I don't think they're
Keeping
in
them-
the abyss.
You know, well,
The people
wherever
that
they
are
are.
helping
Yeah.
are probably near the tower.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Yero wants to go and find someone from the Sand Castle of Doom too. So maybe if we do that, we can help her. Right? Yeah, you were trying to find what was her name? I don't even remember.
Ekin.
Ekin. Yeah. Yero was trying to find Ekin. So
I just work
maybe-
here.
Igor looks over. No, you don't.
Not yet. Not with that attitude, sir.
I'm the owner.
Yeah,
good.
that's right.
I honestly could not. Wherever we want to go, just tell me. I will teleport us there. Well, I won't
Well-
teleport us to the abyss, but I will
No.
teleport us to the place where we can get a trip to the abyss.
Yep. So no, I think finding we can keep going into the tower and keep going through that maze thing, and
Oh,
it's gonna be horrible every time. And there's like what 7 pieces we have to find. I think it'd be faster and easier, and
really quick.
maybe make
Speaking of 7 pieces, Baldrin, did you keep that piece or did you give it off?
Oh no, I would have given it to Selena with the bag of diamonds.
Okay,
So
So
Agrisol has
Agrisol
it.
now has
so
it.
Agrisol has it.
yeah. Oh,
Wait,
that's
you know
great.
what? You know what? No matter which of those it is, we're still going to core. Go get the winged one. Someone.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll go get him. We'll go back upstairs.
Right?
What are we going to core for?
Hi, Agrisol.
Hey, are we going to the tower?
Undecided currently. We're going back to core.
Cool, let's go. I
All
guess.
right.
Selena will tell Corbin, because we're either going to core where the tower is right outside, or we are going to core to talk to a
Somebody that
Cal
can get us to.
who can get us to the abyss.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
And-
go to the abyss.
Agrisol will look at Selena, look at Hope. So, I don't understand human customs that well, and I realize that neither of you are human.
Well, I'm not
I
human.
wanted to clarify. You're material planers.
Mm-hmm.
I want to clarify. I'm not currently seeking romantic relationships.
Oh, sweetie. As much as playing with the confines of gravity in that way might be fun, no. And I'm teleporting us with that.
Make me a D100 roll.
I feel like in the middle of the teleport, there's just this sound of confusion.
Where in specific are you aiming?
I'm aiming for probably the center of Coors Town Square.
Okay.
Oh,
Telefrag.
No, it Chef's people.
75.
So,
Oh.
yeah, make your roll. Okay, you're good. So, you cast the spell, envisioning the place that you know very well. And in the middle of this bright light that you're used to and teleportation, you all feel as if you just got thrown against a wall. And and you all sort of stumble backwards, confused and dazed, standing outside the city of Kor.
Ow.
And and sort of about 30 feet away from you, towards the city, is a blonde-haired high elf wearing very well put together robes and holding a staff, who is just sort of looking at the group of you expectantly.
Ow. Who are you?
Yeah, is this somebody who is familiar?
Nope.
We're all
Do
about
I guess that
5
might
minutes
be like a
late.
teleportation barrier around
What do you
Kor?
mean?
The fuck?
The hell do
Late
you
for
mean
what?
we're late?
We don't have time for this right now. Snaps his pocket watch shut, stows it in one of his pockets.
Is this the guy you guys met before I knew you?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
I don't know who this shit bird is, but what the fuck?
Follow me. Let's be on our way.
Where?
To counterpoint that, where you need to be next, Gwen, is 30 feet to the right.
Right. And he just sort of nudges you all with his staff. Doesn't touch anybody, but is just sort of gesturing. Come on, little over to the side. Here, right.
Whoa.
What?
No. There are gonna be questions. And there are gonna be some motherfucking answers.
Everyone make perception checks real quick while you're in the middle of that sentence.
Hey.
30 seconds.
11.
16.
25.
Wait,
So-
that's history. Sorry. Give me a second.
You have
Well,
advantage. You have advantage anyways,
I'm looking at my
Axel.
pocket watch.
Oh, I do too.
Okay, I have advantage.
Oh, you don't need to roll.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So I want.
11.
No. Not all of you have advantage. Agdrasol has advantage.
I do too.
You do from your shield. That's right. So Agdrasol and Yarrow and Hope all hear the sound of beating wings en masse coming from behind you.
We need to run.
You're
Uh,
We need to
duck.
what?
run now.
What?
Who says we need to run? Do I notice?
Yeah, Agdrasol did.
Yeah.
Nope. You need to
I'm
wait.
turning around to look. What is that?
What? Who? No.
Lena,
Who the
can you teleport
fuck
us
are
again?
you? What?
So
See?
those of
We
you,
need to get out of here.
those of you that turn
Why?
around,
Yeah.
Yep.
you see, approaching rapidly, a massive white-scaled dragon
Oh no.
next to a massive silver-scaled dragon, and followed by a flock of white-scaled wyverns with riders atop.
Ah, perfect.
Why? What the? Who the fuck are you?
And at the end of that sentence, there is a
Oh no.
What the shit?
as right
This is why I
behind
recognize this over.
Selena, these dragons land, along with their flock of wyverns.
I am currently Jay at the end of Dogma.
Yeah.
What happened to that guy's head?
The dragons rear back and look down at the group of you. The silver one, the white one looks over. And I need to grab.
It's Stavnadad, I believe.
Yes, the white one says, looking down.
Pleasure to finally meet you in person.
It has been interesting communicating with you. In addition, yeah, I'm trying to find the name that I wrote. Blah blah. Oh, yes. In addition, one other that you mentioned. This is Agathasarian.
Ah, very good. And he just points at Agdrasol.
The silver one lowers its head down so that it's eye level with Agdrasol.
Hi, honey.
What?
I've been
Wait a minute.
What the fuck?
I've been looking all over for you. You have not made it easy to find you.
Yeah. jail will do that.
Can people and dragons do stuff together?
It's called a polymorph spell, Yarrow.
I'm talking to Keith, not... Wait a minute. How do you know my name?
I mean, that is correct. And yes, also, how does he know your name?
I don't know. I asked him, Keith. I'm not getting an answer.
Who are you? Pointing at
I'm Yarrow.
no, pointing at the blonde guy.
Oh, Fabio?
Yes, please answer the question I've asked like 17 times, you asshole.
Can I have an answer to the first one?
Manners first. Allow the dragons to continue. And then yes.
No, I think we can.
The silver dragon rears back and looks at the rest. I'm sorry, how rude of me. I am Agathasarian, and Agdrasal is my husband. And I need to borrow him for a while. So...
What?
I apologize. I understand that he is something of unimportance to your party. We have
not it.
arranged a replacement, though. Is, and she looks over at the silver dragon, at the white dragon, who then looks over at the wyvern riders. And you notice the wyverns all have riders of various different races and genders. But they are all sort of uniformly dressed, wearing white dragon scale harnesses that sort of attach them to these white scaled wyverns. And as Istanavdad apparently looks over one of those wyverns with a large half orc, female half orc on it, sort of struts forward.
The half orc kind of lifts a halberd over her shoulder. Gashkar Stormcaller, the Wolf of the Waves, is at your service.
Oh boy, Keith, I like her a lot.
Yeah, no, she's kind of cool.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on her.
Welcome, Gashkar. I did not expect you to be quite so striking.
You don't look bad yourself. Quite the imposing figure in those robes.
Wait a minute. What?
Oh my God, they're flirting. It's a whole bunch of flirting. I'm going.
Shit!
Keith, I like her a little less now.
Gashkar kind of unhooks the harness and hops off. Ice Pelt, wait here.
The wyvern and
The
sort of sits
wyvern's
back.
name is Ice Belt.
Pelt.
Oh, that's not quite as good.
Right.
Is there anything further you require of us?
Just this one. Athasarian says, lowering her head down to, again, Agdrasal's level.
So,
No, you want to introduce us to your husband? Apparently, okay.
Wife.
Oh,
Wife.
okay,
Wife.
wife. Okay,
I
sorry.
point at the blonde one. Can this fuck stain please give us his name?
I apologize. You may call me Gwynferon. I am a scholar, expert of divination magics, and all of you are relatively important to the furtheration of the creation of this plane. So I have arranged for all the necessary individuals to meet at this location through a variety of means, and will be accompanying you to ensure that everyone survives and is not, hopefully anyway, unduly injured during the work that we have cut out for us.
You can go ahead and roll your 2d20s, by the way.
3 now.
Oh, yeah, your 3d20s.
Corbin just walks 10 feet off and is just belly laughing for whatever reason.
I'm so
8,
confused.
16, and an 11.
All right.
Ooh.
So many people are abandoning me. It feels like when my father said he was going out for... Never mind.
I can help you find him later if you like.
That was a joke, Fabio, but...
this is Argenta.
Okay.
She's my wife.
What?
Your wife is a dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently. We never talked about that, honey.
Is there a dating site for that? Like a spot where you can go? Like a site of places?
Nice cover.
Solid save. 9
Definitely.
out of 10.
Definitely what I meant. Yeah. It's been a long day,
Moving
guys.
right on past that. So let me get this straight here. I haven't seen you in, say, nearly 100 years, and now you need me for something. So you show up with friends and your dragons, and apparently my replacement, and just pick me out of my life. So for whatever you need.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, you're married.
I'm not sure how I'm being married. Me being married is the weird or funny part about this to you, but whatever.
It's not. That's not what's funny. I'll tell you later.
You-
Well, you won't be here, but
You were also in jail. That was dropped. So
Oh yeah.
did you?
Yeah.
How-
Let's unpack that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a
Please.
dragon. I didn't know that. People tried
Uh-huh.
to deal with the dragon problem, and I
Mhm.
kind of. They were attacking my defenseless wife.
Okay.
So I
Also
may
the
have
dragon.
been a little bit of an archer. And I was in jail for a long time as a gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
Any other
Okay.
questions?
Why didn't you get him out? I'm asking the dragon.
It's really complicated.
where did you guys meet?
Elemental plane of air. I found her hanging out on a mountain somewhere, I think.
It's something like that. Yeah.
Though in retrospect, I probably met because I shot an arrow at you.
That was yes. You
At
did.
this point, Selena
True love.
literally bursts into flame as she casts Investiture of Flame almost subconsciously. She's so.
Okay.
The white dragon snorts, and a beam of ice just sort of draws a line between you and it, so the fire doesn't get too close.
So you got
Selena, if you would, I understand things are a little tense right now. Granted, I wasn't able to arrange things to put myself in contact with you before now, but since we're all in the right place at the right time, except for we're missing one.
You know that one. You know that one's not due until the other ones leave.
Yep.
This is so weird. How long have you
Because
been
John doesn't make
following us?
people interact with their own characters like some people.
Hey, maybe tell me with more advanced warning and it won't happen.
I hope I've never followed you once in my entire life.
It's weird. Okay.
I mean, just because I can see things well in advance of most other individuals, but you know.
Oh,
cool.
he's a seer. Got it.
Wait,
you hear in the back of your head.
No. Explain to me.
I mean, seers. They see the future.
Okay.
It's a word that con artists use when they say they can do what was just said.
That was in Hope's head.
Yeah, that was in
Oh.
that. Just in my
Sorry.
side of the conversation, because Hope does not talk to her David in her head. She just talks out loud because it's funnier.
Oh yeah, then yes.
Yep.
Yes, Selena says that exactly.
Okay. This is getting weirder. Okay, but so you.
Oh,
going
trust
at
me,
the
Hope.
dragon.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Don't do that. Okay. So you didn't bail him out of jail, which he got into presumably because you, I don't know, something with dragons and I don't understand what the situation exactly was, but you didn't bail him out of jail. So why does he have to go with you? if you don't want to, Agrasol?
Dragon problems.
Dragon problem.
Because there's two, John, what variety size?
Ancient, white, and silver.
I don't give
Because
a
there's two
fuck.
ancient dragons who seem rather insistent.
I
Well,
don't give a fuck. You want to go?
Primarily because I am in need of my husband's particular set of skills.
my God,
Oh.
they
You
lost
are
my daughter.
explaining why I missed work.
I will explain why you missed work.
Actually, no. Points at the stupid fucking wizard. You will explain why I missed work. If you don't know that, I don't know what you're doing, but you're gonna have to deal with it anyways.
Don't worry. They'll hear from me.
so smug. Okay. It's gonna drive me nuts.
Fucking wizards. Yeah, let's go. Fine.
So, Yggdrasil climbs up onto the back of the silver dragon, sort of situating between the wings. These wings are much more impressive than yours, Yggdrasil.
Yeah, they're on a dragon.
Yeah.
My wife is. Yeah.
And the dragons and most of all but one of the wyverns and wyvern riders take off. And a few seconds of silence pass as most of you try to process what the fuck just happened.
Gwyn pulls his pocket watch back out again,
and
steps another about 12 to 15 feet in sort of a northeasterly direction.
at which point you sort of end up right next to a halfling that seems to have been watching everything from off to the side.
I should point
Yeah.
out, not
There you
complete
are.
silence because there is sort of a crackling flame sound.
I mean, yeah.
Um,
And Euro's
So-
kind of going, everything is strange.
Welcome to the
she
group.
is wearing leather and furs, has this giant manish knot of hair that goes all the way down to the floor. And just sort of walks up to Gwen, sniffs at him.
Gwyn does
I
not seem
don't
taken aback by
think
this
it's the one
at all.
I'm looking for.
Yeah, it smells like what you're looking for.
Alright.
And
She'll pop
Miss,
down
what
there.
what are we calling you today?
Lulu.
What is
That's right.
what is happening?
Well, it seems
So-
our destiny's got everyone in one place.
Ugh.
This does seem to be the full collection, yes. Well,
So
just so you're all
There's-
aware,
at this point, let's see, I can send it 30 feet in any direction, or 15
no.
feet in any direction, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So the jet of flame goes 15 feet in the air. Somebody fucking explain something.
Selena, if you would be willing to, yes, absolutely. I'll try and fill in the blanks that all of you, most of you, some of you, most of you, I'll go with most of you are probably missing. So you all were attempting to go towards the center of Kor, I believe. You were stopped from the outside because the city of Kor is currently under siege by armies from the Warring Peninsula to the north.
What? What? No.
Let me finish. Let me
Okay.
finish. There will be a quiz afterwards and time for questions in between now and then. But
Wait, a
Gashkar
quiz?
and Lulu. Oh, yes, you're all being graded. Gashkar and Lulu, as well as myself, are individuals with some history dating back a little bit. Gashkar, Lulu, I'll explain the details on that later. It's still even hazy a little bit, even for myself. But yes, the Tower of the Gods does need to be cleansed, and we are the group that has the, statistically, I would say, best chance of making the most progress, at least in the immediate future.
Also, Gwen, your visions also indicated that there was an object of importance that had been left in Selena, that had found its way into Selena's bag of holding.
Oh, right. Yes.
There are actually 3 objects of importance.
Also, the crew of you are in possession of certain items of an important nature. Selena, the one on fire, has at least one, if not more of those. Bag of holding, it's in there somewhere.
What?
Is it a bottle of expired wine? Because we've already found those.
Yeah.
No, not one of those.
I reach into my bag of holding and rummage around.
Okay.
What do I come out with?
What were you thinking of when you put your hand in there?
Anything good?
What were you thinking of when you put your hand
Cookies.
in there? Were there cookies in there?
There were not.
Then you don't find anything.
I'm a hunter.
I am the disappointed.
I was told to find this one, so I did.
Yes, absolutely. I spoke to Amarok, and they were kind enough to get in touch with you and let you know where you needed to be. Is Stanavdad, Gashkar's superior, I guess, would be the proper term? Gashkar?
Our clan leader, yes.
Was also good enough when hearing that your services were required for this reality-altering endeavor to call in a few favors that either they owed or were owed or something. The details weren't entirely clear. The result was more important. And that is why you are here. And the rest of you ran face first into the teleportation ward that is currently holding the enemies of Core from utilizing that type of conjuration magic to get past the city defenses, which is why you missed your destination. So here we all are. I think that worked out fairly well.
Now I believe we have a siege to break and a tower to cleanse.
No. Who are you? Why
That's Gashkar.
are?
Which
No,
one are you
I'm
pointing at?
pointing. I'm pointing at the blonde one.
That's
Who
Fabio.
are you?
As I said, my name's Gwynfron.
Uh-huh.
You're not doing.
What?
You're going to get a very poor grade on this quiz if you don't pay better attention.
No. Why are you doing this? What?
Well, I'm affiliated with the Elemental
What's your
Magisters.
angle?
I'm affiliated with the Elemental Magisters, and I've been working alongside them and Galadir for quite some time. And they have a vested interest, as you may understand, in making sure that the material plane becomes reconstituted to the fullest extent as soon as possible. Of course, there's the longer the world stays in the way it is, the weaker Eidos remains, and the more difficult it will be for the natural cycle of events to resume. So, with the knowledge that I have as an expert in divination arts, I undertook a little bit of a personal research project of which you all were the unwitting subjects. Don't worry,
Wait.
I did.
What?
You're familiar with the arcane arts yourself, Selena. I believe you'll understand where I'm going at with this. The necessity for the Tower of Gods to be cleansed and the Plane Shaper to be allowed to continue their work at unobstructed was fairly important. So, utilizing the divinatory arts that I have at my access, I began researching, peering through the mists and probabilities, and trying to figure out how quickly and efficiently and best that objective could be accomplished. Based on certain aspects that were able to be divined, it turned out that your names all came up. So I began investigating down the lines of your all of your futures, figuring out who you would need to be assisting you and which destinies were entwined with the threads of fate in order to accomplish the cleansing of the Tower of the Gods and the restoration of the material plane. And this was the most auspicious period for our paths to intersect.
Oh God.
Basically, for anyone who needs a TLDR version, I did a fortune telling and found out that this was the best way for all of you to accomplish the purpose for which you were put in this plane in the first place. And I'm simply here to, assist with that effort.
And so our destinies have led us here.
God, you're so
I am-
chipper.
Yeah, start.
Why?
I am out of character. I am so very, very sorry for what is about to happen.
Um,
23 points of fire damage coming right at Gwen's face.
can I try and grapple her?
Oh boy.
She's on fire currently.
I don't care.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Question.
I'm
Is that
shocked
something
you're
that can
letting
be-
me
is
make
that
the
something that
save
can be
given I am
counterspelled?
jumping on someone on fire, but
It's an ability of the spell that has already been cast.
Already
so,
been cast,
yeah,
I
no,
figured. So, yep. Okay.
20 on the save.
Oh no, that dexterity save was for Gwen.
Oh.
You,
Let me
you,
check
you get to make an
one
athletics
thing.
or acrobatics check, whichever you prefer.
I mean, if you have greater than a +1 on your dexterity,
that's
you can
Agrisol's
just use that 16
character sheet.
portented.
18.
So you take half of that as you.
Okay.
And actually, did I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you have this.
Actually,
Did you?
yeah,
because
no,
you saw this happening. Did you have the foresight to set your armor to resist fire?
Yeah, definitely.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
yeah, it
No,
doesn't matter because
actually,
the
yeah,
elemental. It doesn't matter because
I have it on resist fire anyway, just because I knew. But yeah, I don't know that the foresight of knowing she was an elemental adept would have
No, you
pushed
wouldn't
out.
have.
So yeah.
So you take half damage.
Okay.
So 11 points of fire damage.
So,
And she just, almost even without thinking of it, just fires a shot directly at you.
And then Lulu, make me a athletics or acrobatics.
Oh no.
sorry. It's not on advantage.
13. Are you cognizant enough to try to evade being grappled, Selena?
Probably not.
So the little halfling just like flies out from the side and grabs you.
Sort of. Well, it's more like sort of pounces on you.
Yeah, just.
Keith, are you gonna change too? Everyone
you take
else
2
is
fire
left.
damage.
No.
Okay. Fair
Are you,
enough.
are you sure?
Silly.
Because everyone else is changing,
I'm sure.
and that little thing just got the big thing with the fire.
Well, let's see what
So-
happens.
It's a
Keith, that's what people who don't care what happens say.
Okay, Sarah, hang on. So, Aaron.
Lulu will. It's a bad way to introduce yourself to a new pack. I know new packs are scary. That's not an excuse to lash out.
Bitch, get off.
Selena, Core is under attack.
Can you
My
just chill
city
out
is
for
under
a second?
attack. Yeah.
The last 24 hours, we all know have been incredibly
Yeah.
shitty.
Mhm.
Believe.
Just letting her know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Now really, get off before you burn more.
I would recommend it.
I mean, I don't care, but it might hurt.
Do you get off, Lulu?
Does she seem like she's calmed down?
I mean, she's still on fire, so it's hard to tell. It is hurting, though.
She did.
Yeah,
She said what she said. Okay.
Fine, I'll get off.
Okay.
Get off and pat the fire out.
Gashkar is kind of. Well, if you're all feeling an excess of stress, there seem to be a number of enemies in need of killing, and I found that's often a great way to wind down.
oh goodness. Yes.
Oh boy, I like her again.
The only one I like out of these.
Gwyn looks off to the left for a moment. I wouldn't say there's necessarily warning signs that say that's a terrible idea.
What's a terrible idea?
Going for a fight.
Going to look for some trouble?
Yep. That sounds good to me.
Are you
Tell you
remaining?
what.
Are you remaining on fire, Selena?
As long as I need to, because I've already expended my 726 level spells at this point.
Tell you what,
Which is why you're not getting dispelled right now.
I'll race all of you there. Ice pelt, let's go.
So Gashkar runs over, hops up onto the wyvern, hooks in, and the wyvern with a screech takes off, heading
See,
north.
that's not fair. You can fly. Okay, I'm gonna
That's
start
really
running.
cool.
Gwyn, you know that they're going to need you to get through the gates.
Right. And yes, Gwyn just holds up a finger, tests the wind, and then starts walking off towards the gates of Kor.
Yeah, because you're currently at the southern gate, and the fighting is at the northern gate.
Mm-hmm.
Gashkar's just kind of circling around the city towards the north.
Yeah. So, other than Hope, is anyone else heading with?
Yeah.
Open is.
Okay. So you all head up to the southern gate, at which point someone's phone is going off, and I don't know whose it is. Oh. At which point, the guards sort of standing there, look over and see, Gwyn. Look at the rest of the group, and then at Gwyn. Are these...
They're with me.
Oh, okay. Open the gates! And the gates trundle up, and you're all allowed to pass through. What you find inside is a mostly intact core. There is bits of rubble on the ground where it looks like boulders or some sort of siege machinery managed to strike into the heart of the city before they got whatever protective barrier is currently up. You do see that there is a slight sort of bluish dome surrounding the city, starting at the walls and going up. Gwyn knows that there are elemental magisters and other magic users of the city currently powering that dome.
Big, sparkly stone village.
Continuing on, there is an air of emergency in the town. Everybody's inside. Nobody's on the streets right now. There are adventurers that are sort of wandering the streets, making sure nothing's gotten in, alongside rangers, guards of the city. Eventually, you find yourselves at the northern gates, which open to let you out. And go ahead.
I was gonna ask as we were going along. So this army from the Warring Peninsula, what are they doing? What do they want here?
Well,
what are they attacking?
That is a matter of it's a rather odd sort of situation. They're and correct me if I get this wrong, John.
Yeah.
They're here because one of the noble members of their ruling houses, individual of some standing and good reputation amongst the individuals that inhabit the Warring Peninsula, was killed. Which is odd considering that the gentleman in question is currently commanding the defending forces of the city. So that's a little puzzling. I'm still teasing away at the threads. Getting all of you together was unfortunately a higher priority, but I'm going to probably bend my mind that direction here in a little while. But yes, so your average, we've lost one of our nobles, we'd better murder a city in order to get payback for it, or something of that sort.
That's just stupid. Okay.
Yeah. You know the name of which kingdom it is.
Yeah,
Adal.
Adal, yes. Kingdom of Adal.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Do I know anything about that kingdom?
I mean, you know the name.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Roland.
It was-
Roland's last name is Adal.
Oh,
The leader of Valor
okay.
Sanguinis.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Okay.
Corbin, you actually know that Roland's a noble.
Yeah. But he didn't say what house got killed.
But yes, Roland Adal is the individual who was purportedly slain. He's kind of helping out, beating off the attackers. By all reports, I've spotted him once or twice. He seems a little perplexed as to why his family is starting a war in his name when he's fine.
Oh! Okay, it's because the Abyss went back. They think...
Hold on. We're just going to completely brush past the fact that the blondie here just said that Roland was beating off all of his attackers.
Yeah, no, I noticed it. I just didn't want to point anything out. We have a little more pressing issues, and phrasing, as awesome as it is not something that is a priority right now. We're trying to be adults here, Selena.
So the kingdom of Adul thinks that he's dead, but he's not, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just because the Abyss. All we need to do is get him to there so they can see, oh, he's not dead. Or, well, hopefully they'll believe it and not think it's like a clone or something because wizards are weird and have clones. But we can.
I resemble that remark.
Can stop this.
Wait, are you a clone, or are we just talking about the wizard part?
Roland.
We're talking about wizards in general.
Yeah. We have to find Roland. That's all we have to do.
Does this preclude us killing bitches?
I'm
Fine,
sure we'll have to
Sam,
murder a
I'm
few
gonna
people before
stop
we can
this
get
thing
Roland to
actually
somebody who
soon.
would recognize him.
Yeah. No, I know what he looks like. We can go find him.
So
Well, no, the other people attacking may not know what he looks like, so they will attack us because we live here.
Oh,
At-
they think.
at-
Oh yeah.
at roughly this point in the conversation, you get through the northern gate, and you see before you a battlefield. There is a there's sort of a makeshift command post that's been set up just outside the front gate, next to a massive tower that is familiar to a couple of you.
Paladier's always moving that thing around.
And before you, there is, you see both the leader of the Adventurers Guild and the guard captain of the Rangers at this sort of war table, looking over information. Galadir is standing next to them, looking like he's focusing on something, which you assume is probably the things that the catapults that are currently firing at the city are hitting, because you hear the catapults letting loose and see just massive balls of fire and debris and wood flying through the air and smashing into some invisible barrier some few hundred feet up in the air. Gashkar, you come around and land at roughly the same time. And out in front of you is just a field awash with people fighting. There are members of the Cornite Rangers in their very recognizable apparel on the battlefield, fighting foot soldiers that seem to be from some that are of dressed in a manner that you're not familiar with, wearing a variety of plate mail and chain mail. And sort of fighting sword and shield and various other weapons sort of clashing together. There are also a number of adventurers scattered amongst the battlefield as well, doing their part to assist.
So Gashkar hops off of Ice Pelt and looks at the group that is arriving. So let's find out who the most important targets are and go straight for them. That should end this fight quickly.
No. We need to talk to whoever's leading this group. I don't know. I'm gonna go straight for like the command area.
All right. I mean, yeah. It's very easy to find. You find Tithian and Lorian are both there at the table. Look up at you. Lorian looks at you and sort of like squints, trying to place the face, and Tithian looks at you. Oh, I'd wondered where you all had gotten off to.
No, we're back. It's great. Heard you were having some trouble.
Yes, we are. He
Have
says,
you tried?
looking over at the battlefield.
Just a smidge.
I know who they're fighting over. They think Roland died. He's alive.
Tithian points his spear out at a particular group of adventurers. You notice a massive minotaur with an elf riding on his shoulders, and a human wearing heavy armor, wielding an axe and a sword, cutting down troops. Oh yes, I'm very much aware that they're right out there. He's right out there.
So have you tried like just showing, like talking to them and saying, "Hey, your noble son is here" or whatever?
We've been a bit busy.
Also,
we're not certain that would work.
Why not?
Because this war started when he wrote home.
He wrote home? Okay.
You're probably best hearing the story from him if you want to go out and keep him from dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head out that way.
Well, Gashtar, looks like we have a target.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get to the fight then, shall we?
Selena's as Hope wonders us. I'm with Icy the Lizard Flyer. Where are we going?
We're going straight for the heart of it, shall we?
Sweet.
Let's go break Roland out of his battle and bring him back here.
And as you all rush down the field, preparing to initiate battle
Slow motion.
in slow motion as various songs from the 90s start playing.
And Corbin leaps.
That's where we're gonna.
I was gonna say the Avengers theme, but sure.
That's where we're gonna end for the night.
Beautiful. Oh, that's so wonderful.
Bye, everybody.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.